What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making his debut on the channel tonight, we have Frank Turner. Yes, indeed, how about that? Frank Turner making his debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bob, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Phil Haynes. And Phil wanted to see me react to this song by Frank Turner called Worse Things Happen at Sea.
Well, despite your point of view, I can thrill a girl or two. But I'd rather get it on with you.
Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Passport Approved, okay? And the video has 67,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Frank Turner, Worst Things Happen at Sea, live. Cool. Yeah, I'm using the old headphones today. Man, I left my in-ear monitors in my car and it's raining super hard right now and we're all flooded out here. So I really don't want to go outside and get soaked. So using the old headphones today. The Mint. Oh yes, the Mint. Oh, do I have history with the Mint? Played there a few times. I did one of the bands I was in a long time ago. We did an acoustic show there, and yeah, it was definitely memorable. Not in a bad way, but it was a memorable show. Just we didn't usually used to do acoustic shows, but we did for that one, and yeah, it was interesting. Turned out pretty good. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
The song's called Worst Things Happen at Sea, and it's about killing people. It goes like this. Obviously, relax, my dear, it's clear that we're done. It doesn't take a scientist to figure out that one. It's obvious the way you move and the way you hold your head, the way you hide your pretty eyes and shift across the bed. You say worse things happen at sea. You say worse things have happened to me. Fine, this isn't my first time. I've taken blows before and every time I have survived. You made it clear you didn't care, you never did pretend. And in the end, at least you never tried to fuck my friends. You say worse things happen at sea. have happened to me. Bitter eyes to the bedroom floor, and we're not gonna talk anymore.
Yes, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in so we could, you know, if we had a better definition here on the video, obviously, but let's zoom in so close that we can count every single individual hair on his mustache. What a great job by the cameraman. Dear Lord. Song feels good. The guitar playing's good. Vocals are good. It's solid. It's solid across the board. I'm not going to sit here and blow this out of proportion and go, oh, this is the most amazing thing I've ever heard in my life. No. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's solid. You know, it as it stands right now, I'm really kind of staying in the fives, you know. Remember, everybody starts at 5. Everybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Nightwish. I don't care if you're Love Bites. I don't care if you're Pearl Jam. I really don't care who you are as an artist. Everybody starts at 5. Everybody starts on common ground. And if I'm being honest, this is still in the 5s. You know, 5.0, 5.1, 5.2, somewhere in there right now. Nothing wrong with that. It's okay. You know, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. I'm not hearing anything bad. I'm not hearing anything bad at all. I'm just not hearing anything that's blowing my skirt up either. So, anyway, let's keep going here.
It doesn't matter, I know better than to cry over spilled milk, wasted effort, spoiled plans. We're adults here, so shed no tears. I'm sure we can be friends. I'll nod and smile and watch you in the arms of other men. Say worse things haven't had sea.
Okay, vocals are getting up there now.
Say worse things have happened to me.
Just kind of smile because you just hear like 2 or 3 people clapping. That's typical for the Mint. Unless you sell it out, you know, if you sell the place out and pack the place with your fans, it's a little different, which we did. we absolutely packed that place when we played there for the acoustic show. Good thing too, otherwise we might have had that same reaction. 2 or 3 people sitting at the bar, just, you know, doing the old courtesy clap. Yeah, good job, guys. Luckily, we packed the place with about 30 to 40 people, and we were all right. The stock went up. the stock definitely went up. I'm not going to say how much yet. I need to think about that. But we're not at the 5.0, 5.1, 5.2 range anymore. No, we went up. I just got to figure out how much we went up. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Frank Turner with Worst Things Happen at Sea. This was a request from Phil Haynes. All right, before we go any further, we have some announcements. I'm going to be doing these announcements in every single video for the entire month of March. So that way, hopefully, everybody at some point on the channel will get their eyes on at least one of these videos for the month of March, and they'll see the announcements at least once, and that would be really nice. Hopefully, that will, get everybody informed. If you've already seen the announcements, if you've already watched one of these videos for the month of March and you've already seen the announcements, feel free to skip ahead about 5 minutes, and that'll get you right about to where you need to be. Okay, announcement number 1. We are going back to the old scoring system. That you guys spoke, you let me know that that's what you wanted. We had the poll, and 2/3 of the votes said, yes, go back to the old scoring system. And I got absolutely no problem doing that, guys. I really don't. I am perfectly fine going back to the old scoring system. I did say during the live stream that if we do go back to the old scoring system, there's going to have to be some changes. The number one reason that people were kind of put off by the 5-star scoring system was, and the biggest complaint was that there's going to be way too many 4-star ratings, too many bands, too many songs getting the exact same rating of 4 out of 5 stars. Guys, believe me when I say this, I saw the exact same thing happening. I saw the exact same problem happening. But here's the thing. That problem was already happening with the old scoring system. If you take a look at all of the scores that I've given over the history of the channel, I would say probably about 2/3 of the scores I've given fall between the range of 7.4 to 8.6. Now, I know people right now in their minds are going, wait a minute, well, that's 13 different scores. That's not just one score, that's 13 different scores. You're absolutely right. It is 13 different scores out of 100, as opposed to 1 rating out of 5. So if you look at the percentiles, 13 different scores out of 100, that's a 13% margin versus a 20% margin that we would have had with the star rating. So that problem already is happening, folks. And it's worse than a star rating. It's a 13% window. Very narrow margin indeed. So during the live stream, I did say that if we do go back to the old scoring system, there's going to have to be some changes. And the change, very simply, is this. I am going to have to get harder. I am going to have to get tougher. I am going to have to make it more difficult to get those higher rated scores. So the best way to do that is to refocus on making 5 the median ground. I think there was just too much focus on people getting the idea that 7s were somehow the median ground, like the 7s were the average. No, that was never the case. 5s were always the median ground. 5 is the average score. It's okay. So we're going to refocus on that. And one of the best ways to do that is to make every single song start at 5. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Bandmate. I don't care if you're Love Bites. I don't care if you're Nightwish. I don't care if you're Nirvana. I don't care if you're Soundgarden. I don't care who you are. If you are going to be on the channel and your song's going to be on the channel, you are going to be at a 5 to start. Now from there, your stock can go up or your stock can go down. It really depends on the quality of the song. But now, getting a 7, it's going to be really difficult. Getting an 8 is going to be even more difficult. And I'm going to be honest with you folks, getting a 9 now is going to be pretty much impossible. I mean, you can get it, and if you do somehow manage to get it, you definitely earned it. But getting a 9 now is going to be, oh man, it's going to be rough. So keep that in mind. From here on out, guys, 5 is the median ground, okay? Please keep that in mind. Now, announcement number 2. The whole reason that I went to a 5-star scoring system was to try to simplify things, because I had too many people hearing my numeric score and misinterpreting it and going, well, this deserves way better than an 8.2. You know, that's way too low. And then they're not understanding that an 8.2 is a great score. So I figured if I simplified things, it'd make it a lot easier. And during the live stream, people actually were saying, well, you know, why don't you give, you know, more than just one way of giving the same score? Why don't you give multiple ways to give the exact same score so more people can interpret what you're saying? Man, I don't know why I didn't think of that. It would have solved a lot of problems. It really would have. And for those of you that did attend the live stream, thank you guys for attending. And for those of you that did mention that and suggest that, again, a big thank you to you, because guys, despite the fact that I do try to pretend that I am all-knowing, I'm not all-knowing, guys. I'm not omnipotent. I'm a human being, and I can't see everything, you know? So I really appreciate you guys bringing that to my attention, because it really kind of put things into focus. So I am going to give 4 different ways of giving the exact same score. I'm going to be giving the old score numeric grade, the numeric score, you know, the X point X. I'm going to give that for sure. In addition to that, I am also going to give a scale grade. You're going to get your greats, really goods, okays, pretty goods, you know, not so good. You're going to have all of the ranges there of the grades, the scale grade. You're also going to have the 5-star score, the 5-star rating. You're going to have that too. I'm going to keep it. I think it's a very simple way to keep things for people who like to keep things simple. And on top of that all, I'm even going to give a letter grade for those people who just cannot seem to get their mindset out of grade school. So there you go. You're going to get the numeric score, a scale grade, a letter grade, and a star rating. Now, if you cannot take one of those 4 and internalize it and understand it and interpret it, well then folks, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I cannot help you. This is going to be a rough ride for you. My suggestion, in all honesty, you might want to think about going and finding another channel, because if you can't get one of those 4 guys, this is clearly not going to be the channel for you. So that's the announcements. Hopefully everybody has a chance to hear them and understand them. And now let's move on to the score, shall we? On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 5.8. Yep, 5.8. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, 5.8. What does that 5.8 mean? Well, a 5.8 would equate out to, and it's an okay score. It's up on the okays. It's definitely up on the okays, but it's getting an okay score. It would translate to 3 out of 5 stars, and it would also equate out to a C+ letter grade. Way up on the C+. It's up there. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, 5.8. It's an okay song. It's getting 3 out of 5 stars, and it's getting a high C+ letter grade. So there you go. Now, how did I come to this score? So glad you asked. Remember, everybody on the channel, I don't care who the artist is. I don't care if it's Nightwish. I don't care if it's Sabaton. I don't care if it's Pearl Jam. I don't care if it's Nirvana. I don't care if it's Soundgarden. I don't care if it's Love Bites. I don't care if it's Baby Metal. It does not matter to me. Everybody starts at a 5. Now, from that 5, you can go up, you can go down, but everybody starts at that 5. I would say for about the first half of the song, we were hovering around the 5.0, 5.1, maybe 5.2 range. I didn't hear anything bad. I didn't hear anything bad, but I also didn't hear anything that was blowing my skirt up and making the stock go up. It wasn't until we hit about the halfway mark when his vocals suddenly, out of nowhere, got stronger. And they got stronger. And there was more power. There was more delivery. There was more projection. And that sounded nice. It was nice. It was nice to have that happen. It didn't sit at the exact same dynamic level for the entire song. Because guys, if that had happened, we probably would have stayed around the 5.0, 5.1 range, but there's a chance we may have gone under and gone down into the 4s, okay? There's a chance, because it would have gotten monotonous and boring, okay? But that did not happen. The exact opposite happened. His vocals kicked in, got stronger and stronger, and the stock went up. There was one point, I believe it was in the last verse that he sang, where he was really belting it. He was really belting it, and you could hear it, and he lost control a little bit. He did lose control, and it did flub. Now, the good thing is he very quickly recovered, and he never showed it here. He didn't roll his eyes. He didn't even bat his eyes. He just kept on continuing like he meant to do it. Did he mean to do it? I don't think so. That was a pretty obvious flub, but he didn't let it get to him. He didn't sit there and go, ugh. You know, he didn't do that. He kept on going like nothing happened. That is the sign of professionalism, and I gotta tip the cap to him for that. Did it mess up? Yes. Did he let it get to him? No. Did he recover seamlessly? Yes. So he got a couple bonus points for that, for sure. But I mean, overall, I mean, it was an okay job. It was. I didn't hear anything bad. I didn't hear anything that stuck out like a sore thumb. I didn't hear anything that made me cringe. I didn't hear anything that made me go, ah, you know, I didn't hear anything sour. Other than that one little flub, you know, but like I said, he recovered from it so nicely. I had to kind of, yeah, it came down, but then it came back up again because he recovered so well from it, so it kind of negated itself. But because of the power in the vocal delivery, it came up to a 5.8. The guitar playing, yeah, it got louder. Did it change at all? No, it was the same chordal pattern that he had been doing the entire song. So the guitar playing, it was nice. It was good, but I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, it was incredible. No, no. But it was solid. It was solid. So yeah, it's a solid performance. Sounded really good. It's from a what was the word I was going to say? From a professionalism standpoint, he did a really good job of recovering. But I mean, overall, the overall effect of the song, it was okay. It was all right. I got no problem with it. So yeah, it's an okay job. And like I said, everybody starts at 5, okay? He went up 0.8, so that's not bad at all. Better than going down 0.8, I'll tell you that right now. So yeah, 5.8, it's not a bad way to go. It's an okay score for what I felt was an okay song. So let's wrap this up at a nice pretty bow, shall we? 5.8. Yeah. 5.8, okay score, 3 out of 5 stars, and a C+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.